While kids were going to concerts in high school, I was actually learning how to genetically reproduce plants and cell tissue cloning as a hobby. I hate reading, and the first book I read in its entirety was a 2,500-page plant encyclopedia. So I know a little bit about gardening. In the last 2 decades, my team has done over hundreds of thousands of container gardens. How many container gardeners do I have here? Raise your hands. Okay, excellent. And then how many ground gardeners do I have here? Also excellent, very cool. So again, if you're a seasoned gardener, I'm gonna ask you to just set what you know aside and be open to what I'm gonna teach you in this seminar because it actually works. And of course, if you already know it, you're gonna have a great time, okay? Let's get started. We have a large class. Get your gloves on right now. So the bag that we're going to be planting in is a felt planting bag. Anybody here ever used felt planting bags before? Raise your hands. These are really cool. They are wonderful in the fact that when you water them, they actually share water evenly throughout the entire bag. It's kind of like the Bounty towel effect. And I realize this is not a cool look for the front of our homes, but what you can do is you can actually plant in these bags and drop them in your decorative terracotta, your iron pots. The other thing they do is they actually protect the surfaces too. You know all that calcium buildup on the terracotta? If you collect antique iron urns like I do, the soil has a lot of salt and mineral and fertilizer, so it eats away at the metal. If you plant in these and drop them in, it actually helps prolong the life of your planters as well, okay? So, how many of us here uses topsoil in their containers? Raise your hands. Shame on all of you. Trying to save a couple bucks. You know topsoil is terrible for container gardening. So what we're going to be using here is an organic potting mix made by Organic Mechanics. Mark Hyland is the creator of it. He actually is the foremost authority on organics to the federal government, I know, for some projects. I liked it so much I actually trucked it down to Chicago and actually carry it at my garden center. So it's a really nice, light mix, and this is really what you want in a potting mix, okay? Potting soil is key to container gardening. If you see a bag that says garden soil, that's also very dense, so you want to stay away from that. And of course, don't try to save a few bucks and get topsoil. It's absolutely terrible for container gardening because it causes a lot of drainage issues. If you haven't already noticed, as a container gardener, if you use topsoil, it just sits, that water just sits in there and it drains very slowly, okay? So let's do this quickly. Flip your handle to the side on your bag so that it's not in the way while you're planting it. This bag, once all the soil is in there with all the plants, it should be nice and round. So what I want you to do is go to the nearest soil station, which we have these galvanized bins here, and grab exactly 2 scoops, only 2 scoops of soil. Get it in your bag and then return to your station, please. I have some soil